The 66-year-old Mexican music star died in Santa Monica, California, Sunday morning, August 28th, just 2 days after a sold-out show and hours before he was set to perform a concert in El Paso, Texas.
Lo estamos viendo aquí atrás. Con el permiso de ustedes le vamos a dar la espalda.
¡Qué amor, qué amor!
Escucha la multitud, como lo vitorea, como le canta. Vamos a hacer esto.
The remains of the legendary singer-songwriter were in Mexico City, where thousands of fans lined up for hours during a memorial ceremony at the Place of Fine Arts. His ashes were then flown to Juarez, where they were placed on the mantle of the singer's mansion.
It's just really shocking and hard to accept the reality that he was here 48 hours and now he's gone.
Yes, Christy Fajardo has reaction.
Tears and songs outside the Santa Monica home of Mexican superstar Juan-gabriel.
Stay back, stay back, stay back.
So many fans crowded the street. Police had to clear the way so loved ones and a van believed to be carrying the body could leave. The coroner will only say the 66-year-old singer, who was known as the Diva of Juarez, died of natural causes.
He's an icon, he's really talented, and I compare him a lot to Michael Jackson because he's a legend too for Mexico.
A legend that sold more than 100 million records. So influential, Mexico's president tweeted in Spanish, a voice and a talent that represented Mexico. His music is a legacy to the world. He left us too soon. May he rest in peace.
There was a song for everything. You fell in love, you listened to Juan-gabriel. You fell out of love, you listened to Juan-gabriel.
Jocelyn Acevedo is with Variety Latino and says his career spanned 45 years, fueled by soulful ballads and romantic rancheras. He was a superstar in the Spanish-speaking world, but his last concert was here in Inglewood on Friday. Acevedo says she feels honored to have been there.
He gave a great concert. We never thought that would be his last concert. Definitely leaves us a legacy that will live forever in Latin music. Perdona si te hago llorar.
Gabriel was the youngest of 10, and at the age of 5 he was sent to live at a boarding school, which was not the happiest of circumstances for a young child. Gabriel found comfort in music and wrote his first song at the age of 13. That was the same year that he left the school and began making his living as a carpenter. Soon after, he began singing in local Juarez clubs under the name of Adán Luna. In 1971, Gabriel secured a record deal with RCA Records, now known as BMG Records. The name Juan-gabriel was a tribute to his father, who died before he was born, and to a teacher who served as inspiration for many years. In that same year, Juan-gabriel wrote and recorded the first hit of his career, No Tengo Dinero, translating to, I don't have money. Due to his own experiences as a child, Juan-gabriel was big on charity. He did 10 to 12 benefit concerts a year, and in 1987, he founded a home for orphaned and underserved children in Ciudad Juarez, his home city. It serves children ages 6 to 12. Juan-gabriel's mother, Victoria, died in 1988. He wrote Amor Eterno as a tribute to her. The song became another monster hit and was covered by more than a dozen top artists. dispute with his record deal company prevented him from releasing any studio albums in the late 1980s and early 1990s. But in 1994, Gabriel returned with his comeback studio album, Gracias por Esperar, Thank You for Waiting. In 1995, Juan-Gabriel was named ASCAP's Songwriter of the Year, and in 1996, he was inducted into the Billboard's Latin Music Hall of Fame. In 1997, Gabriel produced an album with Rocío Dúrcal titled Juntos Otra Vez, Together Again. In 2001, Juan-Gabriel released his album Abrázame Muy Fuerte, Hug Me Very Tightly, which hit the #1 on Billboard Hot Latin Tracks. On May 10, 2002, Juan-Gabriel was honored with his very own star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Hombre, no hay mejor homenaje para mí, ¿verdad? Yo agradezco mucho esta estrella, este momento, pero para mí no hay mejor homenaje que la bendición de la gente.
In 2009, Juan-Gabriel named Latin Recording Academy Person of the Year and won his first Grammy. Juan-Gabriel lived a very private life and wasn't married. "I am not married and I don't ever plan to marry. I am happy single," stated Juan-Gabriel in his biography. "I have many loves, but the most important are my mother, my children, my sisters, my brothers, my nieces and nephews, and my songs." 3 of his 4 children are rumored to be adopted, while only 1 is his biological son to lifelong friend Laura Elena Sales. But this rumor was never confirmed. What truly made Juan-Gabriel's music unique was his combination of mariachi, ranchero, and norteño music.
El tiempo sin mi cariño, y aunque no quieras este amor que yo te ofrezco, y aunque no quieras pronunciar mi humilde nombre, de cualquier modo yo te seguiré queriendo. Yo sé que nunca tú querrás jamás amarme, que a tu cariño llegué demasiado tarde. No me desprecies, no es mi culpa, no seas mala, porque tú eres de...
Juan-Gabriel was a legend that sold over 10 million copies worldwide, a legend that will forever be remembered. He will continue to live on in the lives of his family and the hearts of millions of fans in Mexico and all over the world. He will live on in the hearts of those whose lives he touched. He is an icon whose music has affected the lives of its listeners. He will forever be remembered as Juan-Gabriel, one of the greats.